So, hello everyone. A very good morning to all of you, dear authors and invited guests. Welcome to Technical Session 4A. Myself, Anisha, and this session would be moderated by me. So, on behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 9th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Sustainable Development, ICT4SD 2024, Goa, India. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is organized today in Goa, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 8th and 9th of August 2024. I hope you all will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions throughout the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for question and answers. And on 7 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all the participants that you all please stay connected with us till the closing of the session. And if you have any update or query, you can write it to me in the chat box. So just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair of this session, Dr. Vinod Rai Thumar. He is working as an assistant professor in Vishwakarma Government Engineering College at Ahmedabad, Gujarat. He has more than 14 years of experience in industry as well as academics. His research areas are data security, blockchain technology, and AI. He is also involved with an expert team of professionals working in RPA, ML, and AI. So I welcome you to the session, sir. Would you like to give an opening remark to all the participants?
Thank you, Anisha.
Okay,
Good
yeah.
morning to all.
So,
Yes, Anisha, can we start?
yeah, sure, sir.
Okay.
So
We will start
moving to
with
our
our first
first
presentation.
presenter, yeah. We have Arjun B. Raj, who is going to present on the title, Assessing the Effective Utilization of LMS in Higher Education. Sir, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can start your presentation.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I am Arjun Biraj, and I am, one second, let me share my screen. Ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible and you can make it in full screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Arjun Biraj. I'm an MBA graduate from Amrita School of Business, Kochi. So, I'm from Kerala, and my research paper is about the topic assessing the effective utilization of learning management systems in higher education. So, to begin with, let's understand what this LMS or learning management system means. So, learning management system has become a transformative force in higher education, and they have fundamentally changed how many institutions deliver these instructions, support students, and manage educational processes. LMS platforms offer a uh, structured and centralized visual environment. They streamline the delivery of course materials, facilitate communication, and foster collaborative and students and instructors. These instructors can upload their lectures, readings, multimedia resources, and assignments. So this ensures materials are readily available to the students anytime and anywhere. So students benefit from this flexibility to is to learn at their own pace, revisit the materials for clarification, and engage in various discussions. So also this LMS provides interactive features like online discussion, collaborative tools, and simulation exercise, which helps it make more interactive. And next is motivation behind the study. So the main motivation or the reason I took this, I have chosen this is the increase in use of LMS is, the LMS is growing day by day. So we have to identify whether it is utilized efficiently, and also to identify any parameters that limit its efficiency. So we have reviewed so many literatures, and I have taken a few from that. So the literature one says that a Rubik embedded assessment was implemented in the undergraduate business and information system course, and the results was positive. And the second one, second literature is about e-learning using the LMS signifies and improve teaching and learning performance in higher education. And the third paper, this paper actually compares different LMS tools like this A-Tutor, Moodles, Blackboard, and success factors, and it based on their flexibility and all. And the last literature says that the students' effective use of these e-learning platforms depend on their perception of the system's usefulness and the ease of use. So most of these researches has been done on LMS utility in various educational sectors on various LMS tools, but no research was done on the effective utilization of LMS in higher education. So which brings me to these two main research questions that are what is the level of effective utilization of LMS in higher education, and what are the parameters that prevent or limits this effective utilization, and to address the weak areas. So coming to the methodology, we have taken the primary data, that is we have given issued the questionnaire. So a quantitative survey has been performed for the teachers as well as the learners in higher education. This survey actually employs 20 full-time faculties that include visiting faculty and other different with the different educational background, and 20 students. And in order to estimate the effectiveness of this LMS, the method fuzzy logic was used. So it is mainly because the responses are taken in linguistic terms. For example, like not at all important, very poor. Both these terms are have a minimal difference between the meaning. So the conversion into a numerical value from these linguistic expression is difficult. So what fuzzy logic does is that this fuzzy logic takes these linguistic expressions and converts them into fuzzy intervals and performs fuzzy operation, and then later converts back into the fuzzy linguistic data. So this would make it easy to understand. So fuzzy logic will also identify the obstacles, which was our other objective. So this involves actually three steps, and the first step is identifying the enablers, criteria, and attributes, which we have identified based on various literatures and expert advices. So these are the enablers, criteria, and attributes. So the second step actually is collecting the importance weightage and performance rating. So from the table, these attributes. So 20 participants, including the senior teachers and other teaching staffs, were questioned to mention how important is the above these attributes are. And we have given a 7 Likert scale from not at all important to very important. And next, we have asked the same people to about the overall experience, and we have given another Likert scale, like from very poor to best. So in the step 3, actually we perform this fuzzy mathematical calculations with the data. So we obtain the FMI score, which means fuzzy measure index score, that we converted into linguistic variable. We also calculates FPII, which is fuzzy performance importance index, to understand which all parameters are weak. So then we found that out of 20 attributes, 12 attributes were critical, and some of these attributes include server performance, ease of content upload, assessment quality, and user-friendly interface. So the overall effectiveness of LMS is showing moderately effective from this findings. So to enhance this effectiveness of LMS, educational institutions should focus on improving these attributes. Like enhancing server performance can lead to smoother experience, while streamlining the content upload process can save time for the instructors, and also provide better feedback mechanism can help the students to engage more effectively with the learning materials. So to conclude, this study mainly focus on the critical, challenges faced by this LMS in higher education as well. So it emphasizes the need for these institutions to recognize and address these factors that hinder this effective utilization. So by focusing on the identified attributes, educational institutions can actually create a more engaging and more effective learning environment. So these are the reference we have looked. So that's it. Thank you.
Yes, you have done the research
Yeah.
in LMS,
Yeah.
and it is applicable to higher education.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you that you have considered the 20 faculties and 20 students in your as a sample size in
Yes,
your
sir.
analysis,
Yeah.
and as a primary data source, you have collected the information, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I would like to ask you that how many different organizations you have considered for this data?
We have actually looked for 5 top B schools in there was a limitation that we could only go for this city. So we have gone for 5 institutions in top B school institutions in Kochi, Kerala.
Okay, 5 institutions. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can consider this data as a sample size. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
what
sir.
will be your population size?
Means I'm not.
In a statistical analysis,
Okay.
whenever we are going to conduct any survey, then
Okay.
we have to choose the sample.
Yeah.
So it is your sample size. Okay. And
Yes.
after doing the research and after the conclusions, we can implement all these findings
Yeah.
On our population.
Okay.
Means entire institutes of in the sector of higher education, means a specific demographic region, like you can implement in a state, you can implement in the country.
Yes, sir.
So before selecting sample size, have you considered the total number of institutes
Yeah.
throughout the country or throughout the state? So
Actually,
have you considered the population size?
Sir, the problem was most of the institutions they doesn't have a LMS platform. So some of the institutes which I have taken have their own inmate their own LMS. So there was a limitation where we couldn't go for so much colleges. So that's so we have taken from like Kerala only. Southern.
Okay, okay. One thing I would like to suggest you that
Yeah.
whenever we are doing any kind of research in
Yes, sir.
such kind of survey,
Okay.
then first of all, you have to identify your target audience,
Yes, sir.
means population.
Yeah.
And also you have to list out all the institutes, or you can give the number, just number, because we have to consider population size. After that, we can take sample size, and we can do some findings, and we can implement all the findings throughout the population.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Anisha, next one, please.
Sure, sir. So thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, we'll be moving forward to our next presenter, and we have Rahul Daigure to present his paper on the paper title Consumer Awareness and Willingness Towards Smart Home Automation. Sir, are you here? Well, I guess he's not present in this session, so we'll be moving forward to our next presenter. Yeah, so next we have Yash, and he's going to present the paper title Deep Verify, Ensuring Authenticity Through Deepfake and Liveness Analysis. So are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can share your screen and start the presentation.
Okay, ma'am. So, hello, good morning to one and all present in the meeting. My name is Yash Padania and I am from Charasat University, which is located in Gujarat. And today I am going to talk about my project. The title of my project is Deep Verify, Ensuring Authenticity Through Deepfake and Liveness Analysis. My paper ID is 249, and these are the various authors which contribute in this research project. So this is the outline of today's presentation. In introduction, we will talk about what is deepfake. In deepfake generation technique, we will talk about different generation technique from which we can generate a fake one. And in related work, we will talk about the what are work done by various researchers in the field of deepfake and many more. So, firstly, we will arise a question with that. What is a deep fake? The deep fake is the thing which is appeared to be real, but that's not real. It's fake, which is done by replacing the fake or face or audio. Deep fake uses AI technology to do these tasks, and in this research paper, we will uh, create and detect the images and videos of a deepfake. So, what are the different generation technique of deepfake? So there are basically two method of generating deepfake. First one is the conventional method, and other one is the generative adversarial network, also known as GAN. The conventional method is a traditional method which is used in the years before, and in which the deepfake is generated by normal coding. This is not very accurate, and sometimes it is detected very easily. So the GAN is more popular in nowadays. So what is GAN? GAN basically containing two parts. First one is a generator and other one is a discriminator. So we can see in this diagram that generator is generating the fake images, and discriminator will identify those images. So in this diagram, we can see that we given generator as a two data set, and it can generate the fake sample of this image. And we have two inputs in our discriminator. First one is the collection of real image, and second one is the fake sample images collection. So discriminator will identify that which is the actual image from this, and the discriminator will do this task using the conditional probability. So this is how the GAN is worked. And also various researchers are working in the field of deepfake throughout the years. We can see that in this slide also. From 1998, researchers are working on this deepfake detection techniques, and they mostly use the CNN based algorithm like DenseNet, ResNet, MobileNet, etc. Because CNN is the thing which is mostly used for images and video detection, and the CNN based family will also uh, took out the crucial features from image and videos, rather where so RNN is mainly used for sequential data handling. So it is mainly used in the time series data and also natural language processing task. So throughout years, many researchers will work in this field. This is the basic algorithm, and we will divide this algorithm in four different steps. First one is pre-processing. So in a pre-processing step, we will divide our image, we will resize our image data set into 0 and 1, and in the data extractions stage, we will fetch various features from this image using a machine learning and deep learning algorithm. In a training phase, a train classification model using label data. So we can train this model through this. And in testing phase, if this train model will predict that this uploaded image is the AI generated or the altered one, then it will say that this image is a fake. Otherwise, this will say that the uploaded image is real. We worked on three different data set, and four various algorithm which is shown in this like CNN, DenseNet, ResNet, and MobileNet, and uh, uh, we will evaluate this algorithm using different evaluation metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. From that, we will find out that ResNet is out for performing through all of them. So ResNet is from our finding, we will find that the ResNet is performing better. Also, we will work on the liveness detection, which is also called as anti-spoofing, and this technique is used in this time because of the many cyber fraud happen in this time. We will also heard about some cases in which the fraudulent video calls, in which audios and videos are fake, but it seems like legitimate, which leads to a person trust a fraudulent person, resulting into loss of money and reputation. So detect of such fraudulent activity, we will develop a liveness detection. In this we will when someone call other person, it will continues the scanning of a video. So from we will provide that it will the real call or the fake one. uh, Also, this is the algorithm of liveness detection, and we will divide this into four parts, like pre-processing, data extraction, training, and testing. In pre-processing, we will resize the frame, and in data extraction, the face is extracted from coordinates, and the various features of videos are also collected in this. In a training phase, we will train a model using the label data, and in prediction, if the model says that this is the this expression or video is AI generated, or the images is shown in this video, so it will say that the uploaded media is a spoof or the fake one, and otherwise it will say it is the real one. There are various challenges faced by the deep learning algorithm throughout the years, because in today's time fake media are also developed well, and so identify those is a very tremendous task. So sometimes also deep learning algorithm wrongly identify the real one as a fake or the missing the actual fake. So these are the various challenges they are faced by the deep learning algorithm. So overcome these challenges, forensics technique are has been adapted and used in this time. uh, in conclusion, we used various deep learning algorithm from the CNN family like CNN, DenseNet, ResNet, and MobileNet for the creation and the detection of the fake images and media. Gain autoencoders and the different data set is used. Anti-spoofing techniques are also used in the video calls for from the differentiate the real and the fake calls or the media. In the future work, we will integrate the blockchain technology to deepfake detection for more secure and transparent result. We will also start detecting the fake audios too, which will help us to catch more threats about the deep fake. We will also looking into how to predict and counter the methods like encryption, forensics analysis, steganography that bad actors might use to escape the detection. And as we say in the challenges, forensics techniques has been used in the deepfake detection. So we are basically working on this to detect the fake images using different metadata and uh, using metadata and many things. So we are currently working on them, and these are the various references which we will took from our research paper. Thank you.
I would like to ask you one question regarding your future analysis. How you will integrate blockchain in your work?
So basically, when the some images is captured through some media, like we can suggest that the image is captured through this phone, so it can generate the metadata, and we will store those metadata in the block of the blockchain. And once the block in the blockchain is generated, then it is very difficult to alter those things, and we can verify this through the blockchain metadata.
It's fine, good. But you have to develop a smart contract.
Yes,
So how
sir.
you can design the smart contract for that?
Sir, basically, I don't have much idea about the blockchain technology, so I
Okay,
didn't.
it's fine. It's fine. You have used 4 different algorithms for
Yes,
your analysis.
yes, sir.
Will you tell me which algorithms have you found the best and why?
We will found that ResNet algorithm is outperform the best, because the in the ResNet algorithm residual connection is made. So from that they can skip some layers, and it gives the fast and fast output, and it will also uh, very good for the gradient descent task. So we will found out that the ResNet algorithm is more accurate.
And one more thing, you have mentioned one algorithm for anti-proofing. So have you designed that algorithm or it is existing algorithm?
What, sir?
You have mentioned anti-proofing algorithm
Yes,
in
sir.
your
It is
presentation.
yes,
So have you designed that algorithm by yourself or it is existing one?
sir. In liveness detection, we will what we will run the Python script, and we will also do this in the terminal, so that we will find out that which is the real one and which is the fake one. If the photograph is shown in front of the video camera, so it will just say that this is the fake one, because the no moment is shown in the
Now
photo.
my question is that have you designed that algorithm yourself or it is available or existing
So
algorithm? And
Hello.
yes,
Yes. Good morning, sir.
yes. Good
Sir,
morning.
sir, myself, Rachita, I'm also part of this paper. Sir, we actually use the. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you can.
Yes, sir. Sir, we already used previous method which is already used by. We just update that with our ML model.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As I just want to ask that question that it is already available, right? Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. It is already available.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Anisha, please next presenter.
thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So moving further, we have Akhil Krishna with the paper title Driving Sustainability, the Impact of Green Supply Chain Management Practices on the Indian Automotive Industry.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Hari Krishnan. Akhil Krishnan is having a medical emergency, so I am the co-author for this paper, so I'll be presenting on behalf of him.
Okay, sir. Yeah, you can
Okay.
proceed with the presentation.
Thank you. I will share the screen. Okay. No. Good morning. I'm presenting the paper, the research article, Driving Sustainability, the Impact of Green Supply Chain Management Practices on Indian Automotive Industry. We are from Amrita School of Business, Amritapuri campus. Is it moving? Yes. So the paper actually emphasizes on the effectiveness of the implementation of green supply chain management strategies in the automobile industry, in the automotive industry, and emphasizing particularly on the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers Association, which is a pioneer organization in dealing with the manufacturing as well as the exporting of most of the automobiles in India, and different relevant governmental policies also. So the research mainly tried to compare the SIAM's report, which covers the production and domestic sales and exports over the span of 20 years, 2003 to 2023, to identify different trends in sustainable supply chain aspects. And it also shows a significant increase in the manufacturing and sales volume, even when you have a tightened and high prioritized implementation of green projects, which is always a little cost consuming as such. So in summary, the paper will try to create an application of effective industry policies by SIAM, and government have actually greatly helped to maintain the sustainability growth in the automotive industry without losing the competitiveness of being jeopardized. So in the introduction, GSCM, which is gaining much significance or importance in the field of when you consider sustainability or sustainable growth, and pledge towards taking green operations for environmental management, which is very important, which plays a pivotal role in automotive sector also. So green logistics as such is one of the significant player in connecting with reducing carbon emission and to create a more environmentally sustainable society without reducing the economic growth. So this actually helps, this tells us the great relationship between green logistics through executing measures for environmental care and monitoring the exporters' operations and performance also. So our research actually tried to draw whatever which is publicly available document on SIAM for the last 2 decades, and tried to accumulate all the data and analyze it logically to create a trend on how that data is moving ahead, even though in the constraint of GSCM or green logistics practices. So in this research, the major drivers are like production, exports, and sales are the data which we try to analyze. The literature review tells you about, it was a gist of the literature review that I have given. In the Indian automotive sector, which has huge obstacles in implementing ecologically friendly production process, because it was initially antiquated manufacturing practices were there, but now it have changed drastically. There was a paradigm shift from different aspect on technical side as well as technology, which is more inclined to the environmental aspect also. So even though you have, or we have in Indian automotive industry different challenges, the industry is trying to make progress in adopting different environmental conscious technologies such as natural fiber reinforced composites and fuel efficient engines, etc. Now, the automotive industry actually has significantly influenced by the importance of green supply chain management practices, which actually helps the consumer and community pressure. Even though there were stricter regulations and community pressures were also there, it tried to drive the economic growth as well as the environmental improvement. So basically, all the hurdles like hesitation to change, cost considerations, adoption to the new technology issues, all these constraints are still prevailing. But the sales as well as the production figures in the automobile industries, which concentrates on green supply chain, is still moving ahead. Now, what we have done here is we have collected the data from SIAM and the different annual reports of SIAM and of the different organizations. The data was collected over a span of 2003 to 2023, which was around 2 decades data. And the data was primarily on production, export, and domestic analysis, and domestic sales analysis, and the primary variables which was focusing on that. And even SIAM standing as one of the respected authority in automotive industry, which using its major data source will guarantee the consistency and dependability in the data which we have collected. And there are different annual reports in the data sets which helps us to understand different trends, what and the patterns and different oscillations which happened all over the year, and what are the implications of green supply chain management, which was arised in the few years back, have affected the trend. So this was a gist of data, which was the production trend of automobile industry of different categories of vehicles: passenger, commercial, three-wheelers, two-wheelers, and EV also. When we look at the pattern in which how the production trend have moved ahead, there was a total rise of around 362.51% of passenger car. That was around 9,89,560 unit, which was manufactured in 2003 to 2004, which have raised to 45,78,639 units in 2022 to 23 annual year. So this 362.51% increase, or have we can see that kind of increase. And even though the past few years which have constraints of GASMs which holds back certain aspects of the production, still it survived. The Indian automotive industry survived through cost effective strategies and planning. And the total output figure, not even the passenger cars, when you consider the entire car, automobiles output, you can see a growth of 257.47% increase over the 2 decades also. Now, when you consider the domestic sales trend as well as the export trend in automobile sector, it's visible that there was an initial hype in the mid of 2015 to 2018 to 2019, but there was a drastic decline which happened. But still, that domestic sales is increasing in the years of 2022 to 23, which is one of a promising effect to the entire industry of automotive, because green supply chain and green logistics as such in the entire supply chain actually affected positively into the growth of automotive sector. And the export trends also demands like that. And when you look at the figures, the total export figures for all the categories even highlights a significant growth of Indian automotive sector, which actually have a growth rate of 659.18%. And the similar patterns were also noted in the total growth rate of the domestic sales of automobiles also. You have the passenger car growth by around 133.05%. Commercial vehicle also grow by around more number, and even in the three-wheelers also the growth is abruptly increasing. Then this dynamic character of Indian automobile market actually driven by the range of different variables, such as different economic conditions. There are different technical breakthroughs which happened in the production sector. There is a huge shift in consumers' taste, which have changed from the conventional methodology to the new, which actually made the entire industry to think of this paradigm shift of changing into green nature. And now when you consider the findings, SIM, which is leading and pushing towards the drastic change in supply chain, have introduced different practices of sustainability through the automotive supply chain. And they also aim to address the emission reduction and water consumption and community involvement also into the entire automotive sector. You have different traits and effects of those traits also we have mentioned here. You have emission reduction, which is happening, the production growth, the resource optimization and production, which actually increase the production increase. Then there is pollution control and sales growth, which is two variables. So in conclusion, the research highlights on the importance of the proactive role of SIAM and government and for steering the automobile sector, and the emissions have reduced, which have diminishing effect right now, and the eco-friendly vehicles are rapidly advancing. The FAME India phase 2 actually try to bring different subsidies which actually can bring up huge amount of sales, as well as additional emphasizing on resource efficiency, local manufacturing, cost competitiveness, and regulatory compliances, expands the production capacity, and foster an accountable and eco-sustainable automotive industry is something which we have found out through the entire trend which we have seen. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, will you describe in one line overall outcome of your research?
The outcome actually understand that the green supply chain management system, even though it have different challenges to be implemented, the past 5 years, different programs have been adopted to implement it properly, so that the trend in production as well as export is showing that it is positively impacting the automobile industry as such.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. And moving on to our next presenter. We have Prerna with the paper title Error Confinement Mechanism in CAN Bus. Ma'am, you can share your screen and start the presentation.
Ma'am, is it visible now?
Yes, now it's visible.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Prerna Hubli, and I am from KLA Technological University, Hubli. So today I'm going to present my research paper that is titled on Error Confinement Mechanism in CAN Bus. And my co-authors are Bhagyashree Kinnal and Nalini C. Iyer. Coming to CAN, so basically CAN is a communication protocol which is widely used in automotive industry for the purpose of communication between different types of ECUs that are present in a vehicle, or we can call them also as a nodes. So CAN provides a path for communication and to exchange information between the ECUs with each other through CAN, using CAN. As CAN has many advantages, it is also vulnerable to one of the attack called as bus off attack. Bus off attack is nothing but a planned or accidental activity that prevents an ECU to utilize the communication path from the CAN protocol. That is, an ECU which is under bus off attack gets disconnected from the CAN network, and it won't be able to participate in the further communication or exchange any information with the other ECUs on the protocol. The main problem statement is error confinement mechanism in CAN bus. So error confinement mechanism is one of the algorithm or mechanism that is present in the CAN protocol. So in error confinement mechanism, there are 3 states. One is error active state, error passive state, and bus off state. So initially an ECU or node, it will be in error active state. And as on its error counter goes on increasing, whether it might be a transmit error counter or a receive error counter. If it is within the range of 127, it remains in error active state. And when the transmit error counter goes above the range of 127, it moves to error passive state. And from error passive state, when the error counter increases to 255, then it moves to bus off state. And when the node gets into bus off state, it disconnects from the network and won't be able to participate in further communication. The main objectives of the paper is, first one is to identify and detect errors occurring in the CAN network during message transmission. So after initialization of both the CAN nodes, message transmission and reception takes place. So during message transmission, whether the message which is being transmitted consists any errors or what is to be detected. After that, to manage the transition between different error states, that is from active, passive, and bus off based on the error counter thresholds. As mentioned, the node goes through three different states, that is from active, passive to bus off states, in order to manage these states. Then to facilitate mechanism for recovering from error states and returning to normal operation. So whenever an ECU or node that goes to bus off state has to be recovered so that it starts its normal operation from the initial state, that is active state. And at last, to emphasize error handling mechanism and state transitions in CAN bus network. So to facilitate for the error handling mechanism and to emphasize the error handling mechanism of CAN bus network. Coming to the functional block diagram, so we have considered a CAN cluster of two nodes. At beginning, both the CAN controllers or nodes will be initialized. After initialization, message transmission and reception takes place between the two nodes. So here one node is configured as the attacker node and other one will be the victim node, wherein an attacker node intentionally injects malicious messages, or we call them as erroneous messages, to the victim node, so that to make the victim node get disconnected from the network and it should not be able to participate in further communication process. So whenever the attacker goes on injecting the malicious messages to the victim node, the victim's error counter goes on increasing by generating the error flags. So first of all, the node will be in the active state, where if the count is within 127, then it will be in active state, wherein active error flags will be generated. And when victim's error counter increases greater than 127, it moves to passive error state. And in passive error state, passive error flags will be generated. And at last, when the victim's error counter increases greater than 255, the node moves to bus off state, wherein the victim node gets disconnected from the network and won't be able to exchange any information onto the protocol. The proposed methodology for the algorithm is initialization of CAN controller, and after initialization, the message transmission and reception takes place. And after each message transmission, the message will be checked whether it is error-free or with errors. Suppose if errors are present in the message, then the error counter goes on incrementing. And after incrementing, it transits between active state, passive state, and then to bus off state. When the node gets into bus off state, after that it will be reset so that it gets recovered from its bus off attack and then moves to its initial state, that is active error state, and begins its normal operation normal operation. Coming to the results, so this through this algorithm, we have tested the node, how it transits between three different states and move to bus off state. Initially, both the CAN controllers are initialized, and message transmission from one node to another node takes place, wherein we are sending some messages to the receiving node. Suppose if the message that is being transmitted is successful, then the node goes on transmitting the next messages to the receiving node. If the message that is being transmitted to the receiving node consists any error, at that time, the receiving error starts generating the error flags, due to which its error counter goes on increasing. So when the error counter is within 127, the node remains within the active error state as shown in the figure. That is, the node is, whenever error is detected, it generates a message called as error detected, and then and it shows that the node is in active state. And when the error counter becomes greater than 127, it moves to passive state. And then at last, when the error counter reaches the limit of 255 or greater than 255, the node goes to bus off state, where it stops transmission and reception of messages and gets disconnected from the CAN network, and it won't be able to participate in further communication in the communication protocol. In conclusion, this algorithm provides a novel method for detecting bus off error state in CAN bus communication, wherein it shows us the different state transition of a node in the that is the error handling mechanism of CAN bus. And this simulation framework also provides a foundation for further research on error handling mechanism in communication protocol. Thank you.
I would like to ask you two questions. First one,
Yes, sir.
Tell me reasons of error. Why errors are generated?
So like whenever the message is being transmitted, so whenever an error is being detected at that time, the error counter goes on increasing.
No, why errors are there in the system? What is the reason?
So
Is-
this algorithm mainly focuses on error only, that intentionally we are generating error so that the other nodes error counter should increase.
Miss, I would like to ask you that is there due to the network or any communication? Can you
Sorry,
get
sir?
it?
No, sir. Like
Errors are due to network or any communication problem?
yes, sir. Some due to communication problems, sir. If we consider the nodes, if one node is transmitting to other, then if the receiving node successfully receives the message, then there won't be any error.
Okay, so it is a
Suppose if
it is
an
the error due to
intruder is present
communication.
in that. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Second question. You have taken 127 as a benchmark
Yes, sir.
to bifurcate either it is an active or passive. So,
Yes, sir.
what is the reason for selecting this number 127?
So
On
actually,
what basis?
the error. Yes, sir.
On what basis you have considered 127?
So this mechanism, which is present in CAN protocol, sir, it tells us about that only. Like in first state is on first state is basically on it should have the threshold of 127. That is the
Okay.
error active state. We
Okay.
have not considered it, but actually the mechanism goes like that, like 127, then after greater than 127, and then 255 is the threshold, wherein the node transits between the three states.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Next up, we have Dina. Paper title AI for predicting employee engagement in HR analytics, metric analysis. Ma'am, you can start sharing them.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Yes, now we can see.
Now you can see, right? Okay. Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Reena, and I am from Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, Pune. So today my topic for presentation is generative AI for predicting employee engagement in HR analysis and bibliometric analysis. So this paper I have considered the bibliometric analysis, and in this I'll just give a gist, starting like what I have tried to do. So I'll put it in presentation mode first. Yeah. So since human resources are rapidly evolving and we are trying to enhance the employee engagement, because that is more important from corporate or any organization point of view. Employees should be much more engaged in whatever they are doing. So employee engagement is a multidimensional construct, and it is encompassing an individual's emotional, cognitive, and behavioral connection. When we're talking about employee engagement, it is actually we are trying to have everything. We are trying to figure out their emotional.
Madam, your screen is not visible. Huh?
Screen is not visible. Again, gone. Okay.
Yes,
Ma'am, you are
actually.
sharing a different tab. This is not the presentation, but I guess the ICT4SD schedule is being
So
shared.
this is okay. This is okay.
No, we cannot see the
No.
presentation.
You're not able to see. Okay. Because okay, ma'am. Just a second. Give me a second. I'll try to share again. Now is it okay?
Yes, now the presentation is visible. You can proceed.
Okay. So employee engagement is a multidimensional construct, and it encompasses an individual's emotional, cognitive, and behavioral connection. So when we're talking about employee engagement, we're talking about the emotional, cognitive, and behavioral aspect as well. So a highly engaged workforce will definitely be good in everything. So there would be an increased job satisfaction and improved performance as well. In recent years, generative AI has emerged as a powerful tool that has the potential to revolutionize HR analytics. So AI is helping HR in a very big way, and it is actually bringing so many things, so many concepts to the HR. Generative AI is a class of AI model that can generate human-like text, images, etc., or other data based on patterns learned from past data sets. So generative AI, basically what it is doing is it is actually depending on the past data set and is trying to improve the human resource as a whole better. So yeah. So the key components are generative AI. So generative AI encompasses artificial intelligence techniques. Here we are using the artificial intelligence technique to generate new data. Then we have this employee engagement, again, a big component where it is critical for HR and organizational psychology. It refers to employees' emotional, cognitive, and behavioral connection. Then here we are like taking into consideration HR analytics as well, because HR analytics is actually into data analysis. So through past data analysis, we are trying to find out that what is the problem regarding the employee engagement. Are people able to engage in the organization? If not, what all other ways we can use in improving the employee engagement of the employees? Then here, predictive analytics again plays a very big role. The core focus of this research is on the predictive aspect. So can generative AI models be used to predict or forecast employee engagement? Then the bibliometric analysis, what I have done, it is actually a systematically examines academic literature, publications, and research papers in a particular field. In this case, the study focuses on research on the use of generative AI for predicting employee engagement in HR. So this paper is based on a bibliometric analysis. So the research methodology for this purpose, the researcher performed a bibliometric analysis to evaluate the current knowledge regarding generative AI for predictive employee engagement in HR analytics. The researchers incorporated in the analysis generative AI for predicting employee engagement studies, and I have discovered through Scopus this all the analysis part, I mean bibliometric analysis part, has been referred to the Scopus site, and the academic literature has been picked up from there. The first inclusion and exclusion, and it is based on inclusion and exclusion criteria. The first inclusion and exclusion criteria were based on range, that is the journal year range. The range considered was from 2014 till 2023. The second inclusion and exclusion criteria was the journal subject area. The subject area considered was business management, social science, and humanities. The third inclusion and exclusion criteria considered was document type. The document types considered were articles and conference proceedings only. The fourth inclusion and exclusion criteria considered was language. The language was English only. The last inclusion and exclusion criteria considered was keywords. The total number of keywords considered was 24. In the year-wise publication, the highest year of publication is 2022 with 200 documents, and least is 2014 with 5 documents. So this is the bibliometric analysis. These are all the like when I went through the bibliometric analysis, these are all the snapshots what I have found out. In that results and discussion, year-wise publication. So 2014 till 2023 we have taken, like I mentioned. So 2022 was the highest, and least was 2014. It was highest in 2022 and is dipped to 2023. Then results and discussion. In this, we have top 10 authors. I've also considered the top 10 authors who had published their papers in the Scopus. In top 10 author paper, the top authors paper based on this topic is Karatepe OM, and the least author paper is by Jung HS. Then this is a bibliometric analysis of the source-wise and year-wise. The bibliometric analysis of the paper is based on, I've taken 180 documents from Scopus. The years taken into consideration, 2014 to 2023. Two types of documents are considered, articles and conference papers. The topmost year where the topic is considered is in the year 2020. And in this year, the articles published in Scopus are 177. The least is 2023. In this graph, we can see upward trend in article publications from 2014 to 2020. Then there is a dip from 2021. Since the topic is the need of the hour, more research articles I feel should be published by the researchers. Then here I have gone for a VOS viewer presentation. So this is a bibliometric analysis through VOS viewer. For this purpose, the researcher performed a bibliometric analysis to evaluate the current state of knowledge regarding generative AI for predicting employee engagement in HR analytics. The results of the bibliometric analysis in VOS viewer are presented in this is the presentation. Then the findings are the visualization consists of 4 clusters and 80 items. As reflected in figure 4, cluster 1 focuses on a total of 33 items, which mainly help in work engagement. Strength link is 58.4 and employee engagement strength link is 39.4. This cluster is especially dominant in the literature and reflects the role of generative AI in increasing employee engagement and work engagement, leading to mainly retention, employee satisfaction, job performance, job satisfaction, and sustainability. Cluster 2 consists of 19 items. The main focus is on leadership. Strength linked is 190. This cluster reflects the role of generative AI in helping leadership improve employee well-being and psychology, leading to better work culture and employee satisfaction and overcoming employee burnout. Cluster 3 consists of a total of 17 items, which mainly focuses on generative AI's role in human resource management. Strength link is 168. Human resource management, with the help of their personal and generative AI, contributes towards corporate social responsibility, which is again good thing where employee engagement is improved. Cluster 4 consists of 11 items. The main focus of this cluster is on generative AI's role in employees' performance. Strength link is 57. Employee performance is improved through organizational framework and effective leadership to better work conditions, job perceptions, and job commitment, leading to better employee performance. Now, conclusion and discussion. Organization may efficiently customize engagement methods to match individual preferences, work styles, and communication preferences by implementing generative AI. Generative AI can help in personalizing strategy and also can help in increasing the employee engagement. Businesses can seize new chances for collaboration, employee engagement strategy optimization, and organizational success in today's competitive marketplace by incorporating generative AI into HR analytics. If generative AI is incorporated, then business can also go for better collaboration, which would be definitely improving employee engagement. Important patterns and insights are shown by the bibliometric study of generative AI in HR analytics for employee engagement prediction. The study looked at a wide range of publication emphasizing the growing interest in using generative AI in human resources. The main conclusion highlight how generative AI methods such as machine learning models and natural language processing have shown great promise in improving employee engagement focus. Additionally, bibliometric data shows an expanding corpus of research bridging disciplines, including organizational psychology, computer science, and human resource management. This convergence is enabling to come out with new ideas where HR problems and can be taken care of, and employee engagement can be increased. And this is the references. There are more references, but I have limited to this. Thank you so much.
Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Which machine learning algorithm have you used for prediction?
So this I have only taken the help of bibliometric analysis, sir. So, and that was from VOS Viewer. VOS Viewer is a software where like first we need to go to the scopus, and there we through inclusion and exclusion method we need to select the number of journals we are going for. So there I have taken 180 journals, and based on that I have put that entire thing into a VOS Viewer. And then this like if you see, this is through cloud only. VOS Viewer is a software where this cluster can be done through VOS Viewer only. So from there, I have found out those 4 clusters where I have given tried to find out the linkages which are strong enough to give me the result. So these are the 4 clusters which consisted of 80 items, which leads to like the main was concept was employee engagement, and what all are related for which is related for employee engagement. So that thing I've taken, sir. I haven't used any other machine learning or anything. I've only used first few.
Okay. Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. And
Ma'am, just a
we'll
second.
be
Let me stop the share.
sure.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So now we are moving forward with the next presenter, and we have Nara Alethia with the paper title Lane Keeping Assistance System. Ma'am, do we have you here?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Alekia couldn't make it. She was busy with her some emergency meeting. So I am the co-author, Rashmi Popat. So I'll be presenting today.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can proceed with the presentation.
Yeah. So is my screen visible? Can I get any acknowledgement?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank ICT4SD conference for giving us a platform to represent our project and our research paper. So myself, Rashmi Kappal, and my co-author is Nara Alethia, and our paper ID is 161. So moving on to our title, that is Lane Keeping Assistance System. Firstly, I would like to move on to the introduction of what is LKA. LKA, that is Lane Keeping Assistance System, which is implemented in the modern like automotive cars. Mainly, it is the most important ADAS feature, that is Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, which is a driver assistance feature. So it makes it easier for drivers to stay in the lanes while they're on the road when they deviate from the lane. So by employing many combination of sensors, cameras, and many computer algorithms, this method can be implemented, and it in turn finally it controls the steering of the car, and the primary objective is to improve the traffic safety, like by reducing accidents and by inadvertent lane changes or drifts. So moving on to the objectives of my paper, which is the first thing is firstly, as I told, that to ensure that the car is centered within the lane. So it greatly increases safety, and to accept input from the driver in order to manage the steering angle. So to assist the car to stay in the designated lane in any given situation, to assist the driver in maintaining optimal lane position. So this LKA model can improve vehicle safety and lowers likelihood of the accidents. So moving on to the functional block diagram of the model. So first, the video input is fed onto the model, and then the video from that video input, the edge detection is done. From that edge detection, ROI extraction, which is region of interest extraction, is done. And based on that extraction, the position of the vehicle is found out. Means if is it in between, or is it in the right or the left side, and based on that, distance between vehicle and central and lane is been determined, and based on that data there's classifications and then pre-processing of that data, and based on that pre-processing, it's been feeded as a steering angle and vehicle speed control. So this is the pretty much explanation of the whole block diagram. So the working I can explain is that as the from the block diagram, that after we obtain the 3D video, that is converted into 2D representations, and then we highlight on mainly on the lane portions and the binary masking. These are the more like the functionalities which we use. And these are some of the methods, that is sliding window based and such things, which I feed it onto the model. So, okay. And the block diagram also like mainly highlights on the like the working of the model. So how it is basically working on. So, and okay, moving on to the proposed methodology, what we have used, that is mainly using OpenCV, which is like open source. So anybody can use it, and it's an computer like vision library, and it contains very wide range of functions and modules. But mainly these things, this project, which is basically based on image processing, to make an like ideal choice for the like edge detection, image processing, and like color space transformations. So these are the use cases of the OpenCV. And the main methodology lies in the incorporation of the deep learning, because we are doing the image classification and all those things. So there's the involvement of CNN, that is convolutional neural networks. We used the libraries like TensorFlow or PyTorch to implement this and to train the model. So also like the pre-trained networks like VGG16 or ResNet or like virtual VNV are used for the like to be trained on the data sets. So this is pretty much all about the mathematical approach of the model. So firstly, you can see this is the pre-processing. So when the video input is fed, it needs to be pre-processed, so that the input, which is the input video, which is converted into grayscale image, because that's what the algorithms understands. So using the weighting equation, this is the equation. This is a mathematical formula. So R, you can see this is RGB. So R represents the red and green blue colors, and these omegas are the weighted values of those colors. And then the next important algorithm, which is the whole model is based on, is Hoff transform, uh, which pretty much characterizes if the lane is a center or is it moving outside by using the edge detection algorithms. So this is another mathematical formula which represents the coordinate of the like the pixel values. So moving on to the line detections, the the Hoff transform, which uses some Hoff parameters, which extracts those data and plots this kind of line detection graph. And this is again more of the mathematical approach of the whole model. And okay, so finally the results and discussions. This is the input video which we feed it to the model. So okay, and based on that input frame, this framework detects the lane deviation from the desired lane. So that is plotted on this using these algorithms. And then this is a prediction plot, which figures out like the lane deviation with the help of the Lucas-Canade optical flow algorithm, which helps in the lane keeping predictions. And this is the final output. So as you can see, this is the desired lane, and this is the yellow line. These are the white lines. So it detects the yellow lines, and based on the vehicle position, it takes a decision to take left or right based on the calculated values such as radius of curvature and the distance from the camera center. So this is the pretty much the whole output of the model. And this is a plot which we have done, which is like more of like an input versus output plot, which also determines the accuracy, that is 98%, and which allows us to understand the precision of the whole model and safety and dependability, so we can work this out in the real world driving situations. So conclusion that this project can contribute to a significant step in the field of automation system, mainly nowadays in the modern days, that is ADAS systems. So we can implement this model and yeah, and contribute to the well-being of the society and the environment. So these are the references which I have referred. And yeah, thank you. Hello?
You have mentioned that you have achieved accuracy of 98%, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how you can measure the 98% of accuracy in research?
Like there are those parameters in the AI ML models that are accuracy, precision, recall, and all those F1 score. Based on that and the accuracy from the algorithms, we can say that this is the accuracy.
So what is the accuracy of your existing algorithm compared to which you have achieved more?
Like as of I said in the presentation, it's 98%.
98% is your result, right?
Yeah.
So what is the result of existing approaches which have already implemented?
Yeah, implemented models are pretty much the same. I can say some have achieved of 99%, some have achieved of 97%. It's almost pretty much the same.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. And
Thank you,
now
ma'am.
moving forward with the next one, we have Pranya Vishwas Chitrao with the paper title, Need a Guide by My Side, Not a Sage on Stage, ChatGPT in Learning. Ma'am, are you here? Well, I believe she's not present in this session. So we'll be moving forward to the next one. Next up, we have Deepak Sharma with the paper title Sight Sense, Enhancing Independence with AI and ML-Driven Smart Glasses for the Blind Community. So you can share your screen and start with the presentation.
Good morning, dear all. My topic is Sight Sense, Enhancing Independence with AI and ML, Driving Small Glasses for Blind Community. My screen is visible, I think.
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible.
sir, it's visible.
Okay. Content, I have supposed to be entire research. I have focused on this content: introduction, literature review, research gap, need of the study, objective of research, research fact findings, conclusion, and references. So, first of all, what is meant by the introduction? The exhibits gift that God bestows upon all living things in vision. Too many issues arises for people when they are born blind or lose their vision due to a sickness or accident. The lifestyle and independence mobility of a blind and visually impaired individual in one of the most important social concern that has to be addressed in the current era of information and communication technology. So what exactly this paper is focuses on. It is vision is a beautiful gift that God has given to all living creatures. To be born without the sight capacity or becoming the blind because of illness or accident causes too many problem for people. So we have to in our study we design some algorithm whichever is very helpful. We create some sunglasses, and it is correlated with the blind community, and it is very helpful for using and getting the information of any physical touch. So we have focused on these a high definition camera and infrared sensor, a wireless communication module, and eyeglass frame and cartridge mounting mechanism comprise the intelligent aid blind glass system. Then a navigation device has been presented that uses a dynamic sub-goal selecting strategy to help blind people walk to buy products efficiently and safely in shopping mall environments. and it is actually in foreign country like UK, US, and Germany. This concept is adopted, but in India it is still a lag. So we have focused and we have targeted this blind community. So for this research article, we have some literature review. So first one is enhancing independence of the visually impaired using. So our remarks for this research article, this study indicates a positive impact of AI and ML technology on the independence of visually impaired individuals. Then second article we have studied like AI and ML driving smart glasses for visually impaired. This research emphasizes the transformative potential and AI ML technology in the assisting visually impaired individuals. Same for literature review, comprehensive study on SightSense smart glasses, Kumara. This study is done in 2019. Findings are SightSense smart glasses equipped with AI and ML technology offer significant independence to the blind. So we have find some gap. The study highlights the effectiveness of SightSense smart glasses in providing independence to be the visually impaired. So next one is understanding the impact of AI and ML driving smart. This is a lead as this study is done in 2021. In that study, the findings are AI and ML driven smart glasses play a crucial role in empowering the visually impaired with increased autonomy. So our remarks for this paper is this approach underscores the importance of AI ML driven technology in empowering visually impaired individuals. So same as we have around 20 to 25 articles we have reviewed for this preparation of this article, and we have find such gaps which is already discussed with you all. So this is the research gap we have find out from the entire 20 to 25 research articles. So need of the study. So our need of the study is actually these are the pointers. Means first one is enhancing independence. So what exactly the study aims to explore how AI and ML driven smart glasses can enhance the independence of visually impaired individuals. Likewise, by understanding the potential benefits of such technology, the study can contribute to improving the daily lives and of the visually impaired populations. Next one is technology advancement. In this point, the rapid advancement in AI and ML technologies, there is a need to evaluate their application in assistive devices for blind. This study shed light on the feasibility and effectiveness of integrating these technology into smart glasses for visually impaired individuals. The next one is accessibility and inclusivity. So assistive technology is essential for promoting inclusivity and equal opportunities for individuals with disability by examining for individual means accessibility of AI ML driving smart glasses. The study can identify barriers and opportunities for improving access to such devices among the visual impaired community. Then next one is empirical evidences. While there is a growing interest in AI ML driven solution for the visually impaired, empirical research on their effectiveness and effectiveness is limited. This study can fill the gap by providing empirical evidences on the impact of smart glasses on the independence, mobility, and quality of life of visually impaired individuals. So last but not the least, policy and decision making. Finding from the study can inform policymaker, healthcare professionals, and technology developers about the potential benefits of AI and ML smart glasses. Then our next slide is this is the pre and post process. This is in the left side. pre-process is even this image is scanning and name of object like vehicle like object one, car, scooty, person, bus, traffic signal is converted into the sound and result into text to speech and kind of. So this is the process. These are our objective to develop cutting edge technology to foster autonomy and mobility to ensure seamless integration. Then these are the research methodology we have to used in our article. So what are the research fact findings? Processing image algorithm. These algorithm, how we can means processing image, how starting to end algorithm we have to taking care of. First one is wearing smart glasses. The person suffering from visual impairment and blindness wear these smart glasses. Then activating smart glasses controller. The smart glasses controller is turned into initiated with recognized processes. Then object recognition is there. The glasses begin recognizing object in the surroundings. Then data acquisition we have to taking care of, like information about the recognized object is collected by the glasses. Then interacting with the users, the glasses interact with the user based on the received data. Then exploration of surroundings, the users navigate through the different areas such as roads, shops, people, vehicle, trees, house, and etc. With the assistance of smart glasses. Then providing additional information like the glasses provide additional details such as object, color, model, shape, etc. Then enhancing independence, and with the help of the smart glasses, the blind person can independently manage day-to-day tasks. So that is the end of the process concludes. This is the proposed glasses, sunglasses with IT-enabled AI/ML services are there. So our conclusion, the process outlined above illustrate a systematic approach to using smart glasses to assist individuals with visual impaired and blindness. This interaction facilitates the exploration of various surroundings, including road, shop, and natural elements, empowering visually impaired individuals to navigate their environment with confidence. This technology serves to promote independence, enabling blind individual to manage daily tasks autonomously. With the aid of smart glasses, the users gains a newfound sense of freedom and capability, marking a significant step towards the overcoming challenges associated with visual impairment. So these are the references which we are used for our entire article. So thank you. So that's it from my side. So thank you, Goa conference. Yes, sir.
Yes. Have you prepared a prototype of this model?
Yes, sir. Actually, currently we are working on that. Recently, we designed the prototype. Not actual in product, but we have maintained means it's working process. So we have designed the goggles and glasses.
Okay. You have to integrate a few sensors in your model, right? So have you identified those sensors?
Yes, actually, we are the team of engineering background. Actually, I am the professor of finance. So
okay.
Yes, some engineering teams and my co-author Shailesh Gahane sir and my student in MBIT, Sakshi Katakwar is there. So they both are working on that. The creation is mine, but IT segment they are taking care of.
Okay, it's fine. It's a good work, and if it will be successfully completed, it will be very useful for the society.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope so. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you for the presentation, sir.
Yes,
and
thank you, ma'am.
That's pretty much sums up all the presentations for this session. And before concluding the session, I would just like to give a call for the ones who were previously absent. There's Rahul Daigure and Pranya Vishwas Chitrao. So do we have them or any of the co-authors in this session? Okay, I think we don't have them. So now we'll be moving forward with the closing remarks. And I sincerely thank all the authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough for you all. We, on behalf of the team, thank you for the support during this 9th version of the conference and all the previous 8 versions as well. We will be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2025. So all the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. And further, all the papers have already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. So kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2024. I would also like to thank our session chair for chairing the session. And here is a small token of appreciation for the chair on behalf of the team and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your
Anisha.
presence, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Would you like to give some closing remarks to all the participants?
I would like to thank all the researchers who have given their presentation. They have done their hard work, and I wish all them all the best for their future research work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So now I'll just request you all to please turn on your cameras for a quick snapshot of this conference. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your valuable presence.
Thank you all.